This show is 1,000 times better than any radio or TV show because of Peter and actually interacting with the fans. I love the fans. I mean, this is what I envisioned. When I started this show at the radio station and it was 1,000 watts and we had nobody calling in and we had to create these characters, and I always talk about Rich from Clearwater and the reason why that vehicle was created because we didn't have any callers. So we had to create callers, and we gave the callers the opportunity to call in twice. And we used to give them the walk-up music. And damn it, I would do the walk-up music if it was not for copyright on Facebook or YouTube. But I am monetized now, so I have to mind my P's and Q's. But I love that. I love interacting with the Tampa Bay sports fan. Sean, the sports Don, loved interacting with the sports fan. This is what this was built on. This is what this show was all about. Whether it's one person watching, 10 people watching, 100 people watching, 1,000 people watching, 10,000 people watching, 100,000 people watching, 1,000,000, which is the goal of this show, it doesn't matter. We're always going to interact with you because you mean something and you are the lifeblood of this show. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake. And how do we start off this show? Because I missed you. And happy April 1st, April Fool's Day, if I can talk at this point. I think I forgot how to do this. You know them, you love them, you got to have them. So here it is, 3 things. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. On tonight's show, what else are we going to talk about? Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What do you think about what they did in free agency? We haven't really gotten a chance to talk more about it, but they've been moving and shaking, if you will. Devin White had some comments about a couple weeks ago, so we'll maybe get into those. What's your biggest move for the Bucs at 26? What's their biggest need at this point? Of course, we got baseball going on. The last couple days, though, you wouldn't know it as the Tampa Bay Rays fell to the Texas Rangers 9-3. But I will say this, it's early, right? So don't freak out. But Ryan Pepio tonight.
Shut up!
5 innings, 6 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 4 hits. It was not a good night for the young man. But there'll be other starts. And then last check, and I'm not sure if this score is correct or not, but I've been kind of running around here. We were supposed to be on 9:30. Once again, thanks a lot to Spectrum.
This guy sucks.
We're on at 10 o'clock. At least we're on. Tampa Bay Lightning looked like they were losing to the Detroit Red Wings. So not necessarily the best night if you're a Tampa Bay sports fan, but that's okay. You can go ahead and vent here. You can go ahead and talk about it. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Right back in the saddle. I tell you what, let's go out to my co-host. Here we go. Professional handicapper extraordinaire of the sports web, and most likely my co-host here, hopefully on Wednesday morning, as I'm going to try not to wreck the ship, being known as the JP Peterson Show. Mr. Harry the Greek, welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television, a late night edition here of the Sports Web. What's going on, buddy?
What are you doing, Peter? How you been?
It's been a long time, whether it's internet problems, whether it's financial. I'll just be real with you for a minute.
No.
Oh, no, I'll be real with you for a moment. It's really tough to run your own business, get your own sponsors, get your own advertisers, and then also put food on the table. That's just being real. So I did miss you, but I had to do what I had to do. So now I'm back to talk sports. So what should we start out with? Should we start out with the Tampa Bay Rays? As everybody is losing their mind, a split with the Toronto Blue Jays, and now they lose to the world champion Texas Rangers 9-3. You want to start there? You want to start with Bucs free agencies? They got a couple guards, a couple corners. Devin White had some comments. Justin Fields, Caleb Williams, a certainty at this point. NFL changing rules. The Lightning losing it. Where do you want to start, Harry the Greek? Welcome.
Well, we can start off all over the place. Number one, I want to say hello to Ralph Williams. I see him out there. What's up, Ralph? Deuces.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay Rays. Big difference from last year from the start of the season. That's about all I want to say. There's nothing to talk about with the Rays right now. Zero. Zilch. Nothing. Go on a little winning streak, and then everybody can jump back on your wagon.
Well, that's true. They started out 13-0 last year.
Yes, they did.
Of course, a lot of people thought, they had a good shot, but this is baseball. And what you've come to notice, and I've noticed this, of course, losing talent. You have those, that turnover with your pitching staff, losing all those pitchers. That definitely hurts you. You have a young pitcher tonight. You have lots of walks throughout these 5 games. And again, you're 5 games into the season, so nobody just, lose their mind at this point. But walks to me are like turnovers. With that being said, we got lots of comments. I tell you what, let's go out to these comments really quick. I want to go out to that. Matthew Kitchell here. Coach Kitchell, 7-on-7. Absolutely. We'll get out to that. First, acknowledge me. We shall. So let's do that.
Acknowledge me.
Of course, WrestleMania, your favorite event, is going to be on Saturday night and Sunday night. So that's coming. We'll get to Turnbuckle Talk. I know you love that. Matt there.
God.
Roger says, good evening, everyone. Grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate you. Super chats are open. Remember, Pete doesn't do this for fun. Let's help him out. Absolutely. I think that's what he was talking about. Not for Fred. I don't do it for Fred or do it for anybody.
He means free.
Free. Right. There you go. All right. So, well, I know what he meant. So Roger says your donations are the only thing that will keep the sports web going. So let's help him out. Appreciate that. Mike says Rays are on a slide. Mike, again, not a good day in Tampa Bay. No, definitely not. Tim says, good evening, Peter. What's going on, Tim?
Yeah.
Let's go out to I'm right. The Lightning game was a heartbreaker. First heartbreaking game of the season. They have been hot. We'll get more into them, get some more guests on. Definitely talk about them on Wednesday night. I hate to say it on Wednesday morning. Hate to say it, but I don't see the Rays doing anything this season. A lot
this
of
division, he's probably right. This division is probably the best division in baseball. I mean, next to the NL West. Honestly, it's just a tough division. The Yankees are stacked, Baltimore stacked, Toronto stacked, Baltimore's and Boston's okay. I mean, Tampa's not the best team in this division. Sorry.
No, and their pitching hasn't been good so far. We'll see.
Their best part of their best rotation sitting on the bench on the injured reserve right now.
All right, so I want to get to this comment here because we missed it, and I definitely wanted to talk about Devin White. Devin White sounds like Joe Biden. Nothing makes sense, and that was good. He had this to say, and this has been timed out. I didn't get a chance to talk about it. I didn't get a chance to give my take on it, but I'm going to go ahead and read his comments. It's an opportunity to show why I was drafted top 5, why I helped the team win a Super Bowl, just to prove that I do what I do. I don't lack any confidence as far as being a one-year deal. I don't shy away from it. I think it was the best thing that happened last year. It wasn't who you were. That's never been Devin White on tape. Now you get an opportunity on a bigger stage. It's a bigger platform here. It's a better overall team built right here, right now to do great things, and I want to be a part of it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. White, but didn't the Bucs beat the Eagles 32-9? I happen to think they did. In the playoffs. I don't know. Was I in the twilight zone when that happened? Because I remember that game.
Devin was checked out in that game, if you remember.
He was checked out all season.
What?
Yeah, checked out. He was checked out. Listen, he was checked out all season, ever since the trade demands. And then he even was asked about it because people were kind of, saying, what happened last year? Oh, I forgot about it. Well, consequently, every fan forgot about you, including the NFL. They forgot about you because you were only worth $4 million as a $4 million linebacker. So, let's get it straight here.
But he's on a bigger stage.
Right. A better team around him. Right?
Well, he's not far off when he's saying better team, but bigger stage, better team.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. Does he make the team better? We will see.
Yeah, we will definitely see. So definitely want to get into that. I want to get your thoughts on that. Bucs fans, what do you think the biggest need is at 26? You've seen what they've done in free agency. It's been impressive bringing their own players back. Some analysts out there, once again, not giving the respect that the Bucs should have. They should be due to that respect, but
they're not going to get that respect, Peter, because one, Kirk Cousins went to Atlanta. Atlanta's going to be the favorite to win this division merely because of the quarterback play. That's it.
Right.
Kirk Cousins comes here, even though he's 170 years old. Okay, I'm exaggerating by about 5 years.
Well, I tell you what,
he's 165 years old. I mean, he's still going to be the favorite in the division. Go ahead, take the call.
Yeah, let's go out to the phone lines here. Let's go out to this guy.
Acknowledge me.
The tribal troll right there, Roger Shue. Welcome to the Evolution. Long time no here, my friend. What's on your mind?
Acknowledge me.
I did. I acknowledged you. What else you want? What do you want?
All right.
Yes.
Well, Harry, Cubs win their home opener. Go Cubs, go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I know you love that.
Cubs,
right?
go right down the toilet.
Hey.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are jumping in the bay today.
Awful, man, awful. How could you do that?
Get rid of this nonsense with this bullshit. I got to sit here and listen about the Chicago Cubs.
Caleb Williams is my quarterback.
Oh my
Really?
Lord!
Let me ask you something here, because
you know what?
Viral.
And I'll tell you what's going to go viral. Roger, he sure is going to be your quarterback. I wonder, are you going to paint your nails? I just have a question. Wear pink lipstick and have an Apple case for a phone. He's going to do really well in Chicago. That's all I'm going to say.
Do you have a problem with that? I mean,
no, I don't. If he wins the Super Bowl for us, I will come live on the sports web and I will paint my nails live on the air.
Great.
Dude, that's great. I just can't wait to see it. But here's one for you, okay? Yeah. I don't care if the guy comes out in a pink tutu, okay? But this is a lunchbox toting
blue
fan base.
9 to 5,
I mean, it is. And you've got some kid from California going, hey, your girls will like it. What are you kidding me, man? I mean, give me a break.
He did go to USC, the most liberal college in the country.
Well,
here's the thing.
He's going to a liberal city, and someone said, well, he might do better in Washington. Are you crazy?
Here's what's hypocritical about this whole situation. I was listening to Colin Cowherd, because you got to listen to national media sometime, and a lot of the stuff he says is just for shock value.
Comment of the century.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's not go there with that. Colin didn't have a problem with it, but he has a problem with Brock Purdy wearing his hat, backwards. He has a problem. He says that Brock Purdy isn't a franchise quarterback because of that, but has nothing to say about Caleb Williams and what we just talked about. Which again, I don't care about. I just think it's a little bit odd. That's the.
I got a problem with it.
Okay.
I have a problem with it.
Okay.
Not from a homophobic standpoint. It's because he's not taking this game serious. What are you kidding me? All he's doing is drawing attention to himself. This is not what you want to do, son, coming into the National Football League, especially if a storied franchise like the Chicago Bears are going to draft you.
Yeah.
Number 1 pick overall.
Right.
Can't make a mockery of the game. You better be thinking about how you can get yourself better and stop comparing yourself. Well, I'm a little Mahomes, a little Manning, a little Favre, a little Luck, a little Montana, and a little bit of Favre, all put together. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Okay. Okay. What did you do? Paint every fingernail that you have and name it a quarterback?
How about
Give
just
me a
not
break.
say?
How about go out there and play football?
Have a snap. Have one snap before you compare yourself to some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Just saying.
Because honestly, you might be a little bit like Ryan Leaf.
Well, I mean, you may be right.
Or one former Oakland Raider. What was his name?
Oh, Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I get him and Winston confused.
Oh, well, at least Winston.
Here's my thing.
Yes.
What I would like for Caleb Williams to do is show up at Alice Hall like Jim McMahon did and say, "I'm here to play effing football."
Well, yes, that was a really good story that I told, but his version would be, "Hey guys, can you do this once a week? I got to get a mani-pedi before the game. What do you think? Is that good?" For those of you that do not know what I'm talking about, go ahead and Google it. I mean, it's almost comical. Believe me, I know the young man's got a lot of talent, but there's just a lot of warning and red flags are coming up. I mean, give me a break. Instead of talking about what an honor it is to be and to even be considered to get drafted, let alone number 1 in the National Football League overall.
Right.
And you want to talk about painting your fingernails and showing off your Apple iCase pink phone and your pink lipstick?
Yeah.
I don't get that, man.
I don't know, but I think at the end of the day, Ryan Poles and the Bears are going to have to definitely.
Hold on. Someone just put a comment out there.
Yeah.
So catchers paint their fingernails to see signs. Do I have a problem with that? Well, no, not at all. That's doing it for a reason. What does a quarterback in the National Football League have to paint his nails for?
Well,
just asking. Hold on.
I'll be fair.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Right.
What does a quarterback do? What's he doing? Trying to sign the defensive players, like the linebackers?
It's a tribute to his mother. That's what it is. That's the story of it. It's a tribute to his mother because.
What about the pink lipstick?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Listen, I don't know.
Look, I don't care. Like I just said, bro, I don't give 2 shits if he comes out in a tutu. Throw for 4,000 yards. But why don't you be appreciative going in the National Football League? You're talking about painting your lips with lipstick and your fingernails when people are asking you serious questions about football.
Right. And this is a social
not beauty tips.
Like we brought up previously, Rodman wore a wedding dress and we won championships. I don't care. I won a championship. I was 14 years old in 1985 when the Bears won the Super Bowl. I'm 53 years old now. I haven't seen one since. I'm ready.
I don't know what it means, but I know it's just it's not. By the way, this is not politics, okay, Josu?
Who says it's politics?
Yeah, somebody said we're mixing politics with sports. There's no politics with sports here.
I can mix it.
I mean,
but I'm not going to.
We don't do that.
I'm just offering you an opinion, and my opinion doesn't reflect the opinions of the Sports Web or Peter Blake.
Right.
I'm just saying, I don't care if he comes out in a tutu. Care less.
Right.
Throw for 4,000 yards and act like you belong in the National Football League, not in a beauty contest. Sorry.
All right.
I'm at the point now. I don't care if he comes out in a thong. If we win a Super Bowl, I'm good with it.
All right. On that note, Roger, appreciate
it.
Hey,
dude, he's got some big thighs, though, bro. That guy's chiseled.
I'm just.
This guy
Go Lightning.
All right. Yeah, go Lightning. All right. Get out of here. Open phone line 727-255 0391 872 0391. I want to go back out to these comments. We read the Devin White stuff. We read those comments. What do you think about Wiggins, a defensive back? Clemson, good pick. You look at what
not there though, Peter.
Look at what the Bucs did. Is cornerback at 26 the move? Because to me, it's either two positions at this point. And again, we're jumping all around the place.
They got to take the best offensive lineman out there, Peter.
See, and I say you got to take an edge rusher. But
honestly, I think the biggest glaring need this team had was keeping Baker upright, or for that matter of fact, just being able to see over the line of scrimmage. He's got to get some protection.
You don't like the move of what they did in free agency with getting Brederson. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Brederson, the guard from the Giants.
I have no problem with it. He doesn't blow my socks off. They still need a right tackle, Pete. And you know what? Honestly, unless that guard can play center, you've got to replace the center on this team.
See, I don't think right tackle is a need. I think Luke Gedeke is going to be your starting right tackle. In fact, I don't think that's a need at all. I think it's either left guard or center. And see, center. You could probably get a center there at 26 if somebody happens to fall, or you could be like Jason Light has always done.
Take best player available.
Well, take the best player available. You could trade up because you have a third-round pick. You could trade down. To me, the biggest need for this team right now, because you get rid of Shaq Barrett, is an edge rusher, because you haven't addressed that in free agency. They have not addressed it.
That's a great point, Pete, but let's be real, man. The final cuts haven't even happened. This is just the first wave of signings, for God's sakes. Do you know how many great players are going to be cut that could be put on really cheap for a 1-year deal? The Bucs are going to have a plethora of picks to even choose from. But with that being said, I think, my opinion, you go for a center or even a right tackle.
All right, I want to go out to Instagram Live because we're live there. Zach Mitchell, a big-time Tampa Bay Lightning fan, as they fell tonight in a heartbreaking fashion there to the Red Wings. He says he thinks that Caleb Williams is trying to be his mother. And, again, it's such a weird situation, but this goes viral. It's just a weird look for me. I don't even want to touch this at the end of the day. I just don't. It's just weird. That's all I have to say. Both great the whole game, just lost in the 2 minutes and a heartbreaker. I mean, they've looked great lately. The Lightning, you watch hockey. Have you watched the Tampa Bay Lightning lately and how hot they have been with their goaltending, with the moves they made? What do you think about the Tampa Bay Lightning and their chances? You just get in, you face a team possibly like Florida or one of these top teams. You certainly can beat them with the veterans on this team.
The Lightning always have a chance, brother. I mean, because of their goaltending, they're just as fast as they're not as fast as they were 3 years ago. Let's face it, but they're a veteran team, very savvy, and I have to tell you, man, I think they're going to turn it on right when playoffs start. I think they could be very dangerous this year. Do I think they're going to the Stanley Cup?
Right.
I don't know, but they can get hot. Why not? They're a veteran team.
Absolutely. You could definitely get hot at the right time. And that's what a veteran-laden team with Kucherov, with Stamkos, with a Braden Point, with, of course, an Andre Vasilevsky. Absolutely. You get hot at the right time. You never know what will happen. All right, let's go out to Ralph Williams. Pirates 5-0. Ralph, it's good to see you back on the broadcast.
5-0, baby. Pirates.
Oh, Pirates are 5-0. I didn't know that.
5-0. Not 5-0. 5-0.
Wow, Pirates, Rays suck and Bucs suck, and guess what? You suck.
This guy sucks.
Let's go out to. I swear, Anthony Richardson. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I miss him like a rash on my ass.
Him and the angry producer.
Oh, absolutely, sure. Let's see.
Yes,
that's what I miss right there. Con man for the Steelers, getting the Steelers Justin Fields. We could definitely get into that because we missed that. We missed so much here lately. I'm glad we're back here on the Evolution. Let's go out to the phone lines. Mr. Eric, what's going on? Welcome to the Sports Web Air, the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, live here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram Live, and now LinkedIn Live. Go.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
You guys?
Good.
Man, how about the wide receiver from Ohio State? He's falling too. He's about to fall.
At 26? No way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No, you're out of your mind. Come on, this is it's April Fool's. I couldn't even say it the first of the monologue. That's April Fool's, dude. There's no way that Marvin Harrison Jr. lasts until 26. You're out of your mind. I'm sorry.
There are some people that think that Marvin Harrison Jr. could make it to number 9. I mean, people are trying to say that the kid from Washington and the kid from LSU are better.
Neighbors.
Hey, Malik Neighbors, let me tell you something. He's faster. He runs better routes, but he's not Marvin Harrison Jr.
That receiver from Texas is faster.
Well, but you don't put all your eggs.
So is Scotty Miller.
Right. Right. Do they run good routes? Do they catch the ball consistently?
Scotty made a beautiful route. It's called straight down the line. That's it.
Go ahead. Are you there, Eric?
I'm here.
Okay. What else?
Hey, Eric.
Man, the Rays stink.
It's 5 games in.
They're done. They're done. Stick a fork in them. He's right. They're done.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed by this because
13-0, baby. We were going to win. We were the best team of all times. We were going to go 162-0. Now they've won 1 ball game and they stink. Eric, I love you, buddy.
Hey guys,
this is a typical fan base.
We have tougher schedules this year. The moves stink. Free agency.
Well, they got some injuries, but it's early in the season.
Which moves stink? Are you talking about the Rays or the Bucs?
Bucs or the Rays? Which one? Okay.
The Rays. Okay, we can agree with that.
Okay. Well, they definitely didn't.
The owners stink too, right, Pete?
Yeah. Well, don't even start with that. Don't even start me on that.
I'm being for real.
Yeah.
We can talk about it. Let's talk. I'm done. I'll be real for real.
Well, I'm being for real about it. It's 5 games into the season. You're already ready to, wave the white flag at this point.
They're going to win 10 games, right?
Oh my God, guys, come on, let's pep it up here. I mean, they lose. They split with Toronto, and then they lose tonight. The season's not over. And by the way, hold on, Eric. Eric. Let me offer some perspective here. The year they went to the World Series, and I get it, was a COVID World Series, pandemic, whatever the hell you want to say.
It's still a World Series.
They started out 4-6. Okay, 4-6. 13-0 last year, didn't make it out of the first round. 4-6 in 2020, made it to the World Series. I'm just saying it's a long friggin' season. Relax.
Well, look at this. We got killed 3 straight games. Destroyed, destroyed, and destroyed.
You got destroyed 3 straight games?
Well, not quite, but Eric, seriously, don't you think it's like going to be a lot of hills and valleys?
What, do you think the Rays team is going to be good this year?
You didn't get first. You didn't get destroyed in 3 straight games. Okay, you lost the opener. You had one bad inning. You didn't. It's not straight games. And then you win 2. You win 2-1. You lose yesterday and you lose tonight. And it wasn't great games. I get it. I understand it. The hitting has not been there. The walks by the pitching staff. But it is still an early season. Just relax.
It's the same pitching staff from last year. What's going on?
It's not the same pitching staff from last year. They've got multiple injuries from last year. That's why they had to replace them with a new guy like a Ryan Pepio.
I mean, what I'm saying, I'm in the coaching staff. That's what I meant to say.
The what? The pitching staff is not the pitching staff is not the same, Eric. Not the same, buddy.
No. The only thing that's the same is that their best part of their pitching staff is on, injured reserve right now.
Right.
They'll be coming back though.
Well, McClanahan next year, but you got Rasmussen, and I'm trying to think of the other. Oh, Springs,
yeah.
possibly could come back.
Springs back.
And you get
playoffs.
We'll see, my friend. All right, Eric. Playoffs. What else?
Man, I take the Lightning to the playoffs farther than the Rays this year.
You what?
I like the Lightning chances of making it to the World Series before I make it.
The Lightning.
Well, the Lightning can't make. The Lightning cannot. Listen.
I'm in the Stanley Cup, remember?
Okay.
We have a better chance.
All right, Eric. I appreciate the call, my friend.
This was good. This was really good. Eric, thanks for the call, buddy.
This guy sucks.
Oh, stop, Josu. I don't know. I try to calm people down, but you do these Rays recaps, and everybody's like, Rays up, Rays up. I'm all about Rays up, being positive, optimistic. But as soon as they lose, I swear to God, I saw this guy, and he's like, I posted up there. He's like, Kevin Cash needs to be fired. I'm like, after 4 games, you're going to fire Kevin Cash after 4 games after losing yesterday? Like, everybody, just get a grip here. Like, I know I'm emotional. I know I say 3 things on this show. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. But some of you guys out there are bringing the nonsense and bringing it strong, especially tonight here. All right, Bucs trading for Justin Fields. No. But that was the other thing we didn't get a chance to talk about. Justin Fields being traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers for a 6th round pick.
It'll be a 4th round pick. This is all a charade. Inside sources.
I will bet you.
Inside sources are sharing that by game 3, if not game 1,
right,
it will be Justin Fields actually starting for this team.
Okay.
This is coming directly out of Pittsburgh, Peter.
Okay. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think you get Russell Wilson unless Russell Wilson gets hurt. But I'm saying you couldn't get more than
Hang on. Do I want Justin Fields, who's 24 years old, or a 35 or a 36-year-old beat-up quarterback who still has a lot in the tank? Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But he's not Justin Fields. Sorry.
But where does Russell Wilson mostly excel as a quarterback?
Honestly.
With the running game.
Yeah, with a running game.
Balance. They got that in Pittsburgh.
And who knows how to running game better than him?
Right. But Justin Fields, I get it. He's a mobile guy, but he's very unproven. I understand what you're saying, but I would not be surprised, knowing the Steelers, that they don't want to give up that 4th round pick, that they want to keep the 6th round pick.
But they want to win. This team's built to win. They got that defense, they got that running game, and they got a really stout offense. Believe me. Don't believe all this hype. Trust me.
Okay. All right.
He'll be playing.
All right. Ralph says, thank you, Harry. Anthony
Robinson,
Caleb Williams makes me miss Justin Fields. Here's a guy, by the way, who is all over Justin Fields, and now
you make me mix Bucs report.
Shut up.
Shut up!
Oh man, it's so good to be back here. It really is. Home phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Ralph says, I just got a word that Baker Mayfield is out for the year. He slipped on a banana pill and will be out for the year. April Fool's Day, I guess. Lots of misinformation, kind of like draft season. We talked about where the Bucs are going to go at 26, or where you think they're going to go. Going back to the edge rusher thing, I think that's more relevant. The thing is, what player is on the board at that point? And this is why the Bucs may get lucky here at 26, because even Todd Bowles mentioned this about a week ago at the owners' meetings, that there may be a lot of defensive players that are slipping down at 26 because there are so many quarterbacks and there are so many wide receivers and possibly offensive.
Absolutely, Pete, but they have to take the best offensive lineman. This team cannot go this year with that offensive line. They haven't addressed it enough, Pete. They just haven't. I don't care if there was a guy that's projected to go the 2nd, possibly even 3rd, the early part of the 3rd round. If he's the best center in the draft, you got to draft him.
Yeah.
You've got to grab him. Because let's be real, man. There's not many offensive linemen, especially centers, that are taken in the 2nd or 3rd rounds that don't pan out. They typically do pan out. They miss Jensen, buddy. They need somebody they need a center. This team is screaming for a center. Matter of fact, hang on.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Ray Kennedy screaming. We need a center. Can't you hear him? I can hear him.
I thought he said he needed a kicker at this point.
No. I know he begs for the leg.
Hey, Jackson Powers Johnson, and that's who a lot of Bucs fans would think. And he may slip there at 26. Jackson
Powers. Sounds like a prophylactic.
No, Jackson.
The Power Johnson.
Yes, and we got Jason Powers, by the way, who's watching, Mr. Superstar, Spectrum Sports, hanging out with TJ Reeves, giving you all that March Madness content, college basketball, coach to coach, and just amazing stuff there. But Jackson Powers Johnson, the center from Oregon, may be there at 26. He could be the best center. But I don't know if the Bucs go there. They got
someone just brought up a good comment, and I'd like to address it. Eric says, when's the last time center was taken in round 1? I have no idea. But this is the biggest glaring need that this team has.
And see, I think left guard. I think it's left guard.
An offensive lineman, and typically a left guard or a right guard can also play center, and a center can also play guard.
Right.
The difference is none of them can play tackle.
Right, but who do they have as an edge rusher at this point besides a Yaya Diaby?
We're sweating an edge rusher in the draft. Buddy,
Yes.
there are going to be so many edge rushers and defensive linemen that are going to get cut from other teams that they're going to be able to get in 1-year deals and 2-year deals. I wouldn't even sweat it. I wouldn't. This team is still built defensively. Yes, they need an edge rusher, maybe even 2 of them. They'll be able to address that in free agency and in the middle rounds. The first round, you need an offensive lineman. Because I tell you what, including you, Eric, and everybody else that's out there, they couldn't protect Baker. And everybody was talking about, oh, look how bad Baker looks. Oh, look how bad Baker looks. And then everybody realized, wait a minute, Baker doesn't have any time to throw.
Yeah.
No. You know what? Neither did Brady a couple of years ago, if you guys remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Get the offensive line going.
All right, let's go out to Christian here. Good evening, fellas. What's going
Good
on?
comment, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So good stuff there. We read that. Caleb Williams is my quarterback, says Roger Shue. Christian, Harry, White Sox season over yet? I mean,
it was over before the season started. I hope Mike Clevenger comes by.
Oh,
Game 1, they lose 1-0. Never got a runner on second.
Right.
Never. Okay.
Right.
And the kid Garrett Crochet pitches a gem. Game 2, you lose. Game 3, you take the lead 6-4 and lose in extra innings. Game 4, yeah, you know what? It was close, 9-0.
Baseball is back, baby. I mean, that's what everybody has.
Baseball's back.
Yes, baseball's been very good to me. Besides, I want to talk about this really quick.
Baseball be very, very good.
Very good to me. Shohei Ohtani. What do you make? What do you make of that situation? Because I know you're a handicapper extraordinaire of this show. There's he's denying that he had any involvement.
What's he gonna do?
What's your take on this whole situation? What if he had if he was involved in this and they find out? Because this would be such a black eye for baseball. He's a young player. He just got paid all kinds of money here. He's kind of the face of baseball, and then you find out he's gambling. I mean, this would be such a black eye for baseball. What do you say about that situation?
Peter, you don't have to go to a full screen.
Okay.
Listen, man, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Those of you that know me, that I've known Pete Rose for many, many, many years, I mean, I still remember the baseball players that never got busted, or they did get busted and they hushed it up. Albert Bell.
Oh.
I mean, big time. Michael Jordan.
Dropping names.
Okay. I'm not trying to drop names, but there was reasons why, because they couldn't afford to get another black eye that quick, especially in the shadow of what happened with Pete Rose.
Correct.
However, with that being said, it's been about 30 years. It might not give him that much of a black eye, but you know what's going to happen next, Peter?
What's up?
The players in the National Football League are going to come out, and you're going to see them getting busted for gambling like you have. It's going to happen in the NBA. You and I and Ray Kennedy have been talking about it, standing on top of the mountaintop, screaming, waving our pom-poms, going, don't bring gambling into the venues, because this is the shit that's going to happen. So what's my opinion? I don't know. Do I think he did? For the amount of money supposedly that went through and the amount of wagers, I think he had knowledge.
I think he had some knowledge too.
And that, my friend, is guilty enough.
Guilty.
But are they going to do anything about it? Nope. You know why? Because now, my friends, and you can go full screen, the casinos and the bookmakers have just finally taken over. They own the National Football League, Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL. They will be the ones that are going to be calling the shots, unfortunately. That's why the NFL is going to go to an 18-game season. Wow. What, do you think they're doing it because they want to make the game more entertaining? It's all about the money, baby.
Yeah, you're right. It's all about the money, and it's all about the Benjamins there. Speaking of somebody that's in, I don't know if you've seen this. What's happening to P. Diddy or Puff Daddy? What's going on with that? Boy, that situation is a mess in itself. I don't know what's worse, Shohei Ohtani or the P. Diddy, probably the P. Diddy situation. But sports-wise, Shohei Ohtani, that was surprising to me. So, and then you have people will still say Pete Rose belongs in the Hall of Fame. And
he got the 3,000 hits.
He doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame because he not only bet on baseball.
For his 3,000 hits, he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
However, I have to refrain from giving my opinion, what I truly feel, and what I know as a person personally. I am not going to offer any information on the shows, but let's just put it this way. I stand in the middle, and there's a reason.
No, I get it. I understand it. A lot of people say 3,000 hits, not in the Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds with the home run record, not in the Hall of Fame. Why? Steroids, allegations. I think he did it. Roger Clemens, one of the winningest pitchers of all time.
There's a question that Barry Bonds didn't use steroids. Are you serious?
I mean, people will say he wasn't.
Come on, stop. Okay,
I'm just saying this is what baseball fans. This is what people are saying that are Bonds fans. This is,
ladies and gentlemen,
how they validate,
including Ralph Williams, and Ralph Williams will attest to this. Ralph, when he played for Pittsburgh, his forehead was this big.
Yes, he was a skinny guy. Yes,
hang on, his forehead was this big.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, it got this big.
He's like
and then it got this big. And then it got this big. Oh, and did I tell you he put on 65 pounds?
Oh, yeah.
And got better.
Yes. With age.
Yeah, with age.
You didn't get worse. You got better.
Hold on. And the acne in his late 30s, that's normal.
We need to talk to Roberto.
It's just late puberty. Roberto will tell you like it is.
Oh, I know. I need to have him on every Wednesday.
He was in the clubhouse in San Francisco.
Right.
He can tell you some stories that'll absolutely blow your mind. He used steroids. The end.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got to have him on here to talk baseball.
Yeah, we will.
Open phone lines. If you want to talk about the Rays tonight as they fall to the Texas Rangers 9-3, we could talk about the beginning part of this season. Don't lose your mind. Or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or stories around the NFL, the draft, just a couple weeks away. We'll figure out if we can get a venue out there. Hopefully there's somebody out there that wants the evolution of sports talk television, that wants Bucs fans and football fans alike to enjoy the draft here on the Sports Web. Again, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Also, WrestleMania this weekend. I know Harry doesn't like to talk wrestling. We used to do it on Wednesday night because it has been so long since I've been on this show. We're opening that up for you also. And I sent you
something. I'm going to Dikembe Mutombo your ass so start talking wrestling.
Why? Because
no.
to get you into it, because you said you were a Dusty Rhodes fan.
Yeah, well, Dick the Bruiser.
We shut up and be quiet about that.
This guy.
I'd rather listen to the Mancini brothers.
Oh, shut up. Let's go out to the tribal troll here using the second call.
Acknowledge me.
Go ahead.
All right, my second and final call. All right. So, first of all, R.I.P. Vontae Davis.
Yes, Vontae Davis today found dead at 35.
Yeah.
Former corner. Wow.
Two-time NFL Pro Bowler.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
What
shocker
was the
today.
Cause of death? Do we know yet?
No idea. I didn't see anything on that.
That won't be released for a while, but they don't expect foul play.
Well, did he play for Illinois, by the way?
Yes, he did come out of Illinois, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Illini. So there you go.
Played for the Dolphins and the Bills.
You also had a brother too, right? Brother Vernon Davis, who played tight end for the San Francisco 49ers, correct?
Talking about the Illini, man, what a season they had. And then they go up against Connecticut, UConn, and they tied it at 23 and then didn't score for 50 actual minutes, did not even score. UConn went on a 30-0 run and went, Chicago, Illinois, here, go right back to where you belong.
Yeah, UConn is going to be the champion. I'm sorry.
UConn. I called UConn to win it all this year.
I did too.
Purdue.
Heads and shoulders. We'll see.
Purdue.
We'll see. That's the other thing you could talk about. Basketball. Have you been watching March Madness? I've watched some of it. I've been keeping track again with my good buddy there, TJ Reeves, and of course Jason Powers, watching the broadcast tonight. They do a hell of a job no matter
They're
how.
They're two of the best that covered that. Anybody been catching their episodes, you need to catch it because I'll tell you what, it's very, very, very good.
completely amazing stuff. It really is. So
not so much TJ, but my boy, he's been really good.
shut up. It's both of them that are very good. Shut
I'm
up.
kidding. I'm only kidding you, TJ.
So, just
Yes.
real quickly, I know
Yes.
this will be controversial. You were
Go for it.
bringing up Barry Bonds, the home run leader.
Yes.
And I don't like pink
Obviously,
fingernails.
Peter thinks he's a cheater.
He is a cheater.
He did not paint his fingernails, so that's okay. I'm good with that.
Yeah, his head.
If he's
grew.
not the legitimate home run king, who is?
Hank Aaron.
Without question.
Hank Aaron. I mean, what did Aaron have to go through?
I don't know. Bigger ballparks.
Right.
He had to hit them out, and he weighed 100 pounds less.
Correct.
Need I say more?
Right.
Oh, and Sammy, he didn't do steroids either.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Sammy, wait, whoa. Harry the Greek. Sammy Sosa never failed a drug test.
Oh my God. You're.
I know he didn't. Anybody watch him when he was drafted by the Rays, and then he got traded to the White Sox? He was a pencil at 160 pounds. He's another one. Hold on,
yeah.
Roger. He was another one whose his hairline was this.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got to this.
He had
and
the
then it got to this
skunk haircut, and then all of a sudden, and then I don't know what's going on with Sammy right now.
Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire single-handedly saved Major League Baseball with the home run chase.
They cheated, did they not?
Yes, it was great and fun to watch.
Okay, Mark McGwire did, yes. Sammy Sosa, no.
Oh no, not Sammy.
Sammy, Mark McGwire, they're all cheaters, man. Barry Bonds, Rafael Palmeiro, all those guys are cheaters.
Talking about Rafael Palmeiro, I'd like to take us down memory lane, and I know I gotta tell you, it's story time with Harry the Greek.
I love that. That's great.
Okay, and even our boy, Roger Shue, he's gonna like this part of the story. It was years ago. I remember watching a Cub game. Yes, I was actually watching a Cub game, and Harry Carey, my favorite announcer. He's like
the greatest of all time.
You ready? He turns around, he looks, and he goes, "Hey, Steve." He goes, "Yeah, Harry." And he goes, "There's a kid.
I know the story.
Kid. Rafael Palmeiro. What a good-looking kid." He turns around. I don't remember what he got a hit or not, whatever. Second time coming up. "Hey, Steve, this guy, Rafael Palmeiro, what a good-looking kid. Let me tell you a little bit about him." The third at bat on national television, he goes, "Steve, yeah, Harry, I know. Rafael Palmeiro, I got it. Good-looking kid. Will you just have another beer?"
Oh, he was tanked by the sixth inning because the Cubs were out of the game. I mean, you want to talk about being a Rays fan. Try to be a Cubs fan back there.
Oh, and then deep fly ball. Hey, Harry, that wouldn't have been out in a phone booth. Sandberg's got it. Ryan Sandberg's got it. That ball wouldn't have been hit out of a phone booth.
Listen,
do you remember when Harry would do the bleacher games?
Yes. The best one, though, is when Jose Guzman, I believe, is one of their pitchers, and Harry's tanked. And he goes, "This guy's got nothing. He's got nothing right now."
No, Harry's best one. He goes, "How does a Mexican lose the ball in the sunlight?"
Ladies and gentlemen, these expressions and comments don't necessarily reflect Peter Blake or Harry the Greek of the Sports Web.
Or the Sports Web, right. All right, so what else, Roger?
Pete Rose, 100% should be in the Hall of Fame.
You're out of yes, and it was Juan Guzman. Thank you, not Jose Guzman. Juan Guzman. Thank you, Jose.
Juan Guzman.
Big time baseball fan here, and he's like, when are you gonna cover the Rays? When are you gonna cover baseball on this show? Josu, you got the opportunity tonight to call in if you want to after Roger. Go ahead, Roger.
The Chicago Cubs will have a better record than the Chicago White Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays this year. I'll put money on it.
Okay. All right.
The Cubs?
You down?
No.
I think I'm down. I think I'm down with that. I think the
Cubs will have a better record than the Rays?
No, the Rays will have a better record than the Cubs.
Oh, okay. I thought you were taking the Cubs.
Yeah, I ain't taking the Cubs. I'm sorry.
You sure?
I don't know. I'm go back and forth on this. You know?
Are you sure about that?
I don't know, man.
I mean, all you got to do is get Eric back on the phone. Eric will take that bet for you.
Well, Eric thinks the Rays stink, and they should fire Kevin Cash and fire everybody after 5 games.
Fire him after 4 games.
I mean, you guys treat this like a football season, and even then, the Bucs going back to it from last year, 4-7. People go, Fire Todd Bowles. Fire everybody. Fire them all. Fire the cannons. We shall. Let's do it. There we go. Right there. All right, Roger. Thanks a lot for the call.
Take it easy, Roger, man. Be good.
Yeah, great stuff by Roger. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. I mean, we're just all over the place tonight, talking Bucs, talking Rays, talking Lightning, talking
nail polish, mani-pedis.
I mean, when's the last time you got a mani or a petty? I mean, who's out there as a nail advertiser? We'll get them on here. I don't know. I don't care at this point. Whatever. It's a salute to his mother. Okay, I get that. I understand it. It's just it's a weird look. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Mike says, I can't wait until the Philly crowd unloads if Devin White slacks off. I mean, it may be maybe a good thing for Devin White to get scenery.
Bro, let me tell you something. Those Philadelphia fans, they're pushovers. They love everybody. They do kumbaya in the stands, especially with the opposing teams.
Absolutely. And when they what do they throw, batteries or snowballs
and batteries?
Yeah, they booed Mike Schmidt. I mean, how great of fans are they? Really, seriously.
I will tell you this.
They cheered when Michael Irvin got hurt. He had a neck injury. They cheered for that. I mean, that's what you're talking about, right? So Devin White, he gets hurt or he slacks off. He's gonna wish that he weren't in Philadelphia. I tell you what, let's go.
I gotta get going.
No, you're not, because your favorite caller's coming on.
I do have to go.
Mr. Williams, welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with the guy right here on the right. Hold on. This guy right here, he owes you wings, and he got you no wings.
Mr. Williams, how are you, my brother?
Give it to him, dude.
Harry, you might as well stay right there.
Stay what?
Yeah, sit your butt right there.
Oh, sit your butt right there and get me some wings.
How you doing, Mr. Williams?
Cash that guy some wings.
Right.
Could you?
All right. Now, I want to talk about the quarterback.
A quarterback, yes. What quarterback do you want to talk about?
That boy that's gonna have on these cheap fingernail polish for the Chicago Bears.
Oh, Caleb Williams. You mean?
Oh, Caleb. Mr. Williams wants to talk about Caleb Williams.
Go ahead, Caleb Williams.
Do you think, Mr. Williams, that Caleb should paint his nails pink, white, red, or blue?
I got to know. Listen, I got to know, Mr. Williams. Do you have any relation to Caleb Williams at all? Are you his uncle?
Are you damn crazy, Peter? Are you crazy?
It's his third cousin. Third cousin's nephew.
It could be his grandpa, because Mr. Williams is a little bit up there. So maybe it's his grandpa. Any relation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Williams?
None at all, bro.
None at all, bro. Okay. Right.
Yeah, man. everybody in my family, we don't wave fingernail polish.
No.
Not us men, anyway.
Not a good look, huh?
But,
nice comment.
Harry.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel sorry for your Bears, man. I really do. I feel sorry for
that team is stacked.
I mean, listen, I will say this. A guy, again, he paints his, toenails, fingernails. He wears lipstick.
No, he only uses clear coat on his pinky toes and his little toes.
This offense is definitely set up for Williams. They've done a better job for setting him up to be successful more than Justin Fields the last couple of years, in my opinion.
They have set this team up.
Justin Fields, at least you don't got to paint your goddamn fingernails pink, man. Stay kudos, brother. I hope you get a chance to start.
He just said GD, man.
Now, what about his lipstick, Mr. Williams? Do you condone it or no?
Hell no, man. Your motherfucking Baker put on lipstick. Todd Bowles better get his ass somewhere and sit him down. And switch motherfucking Kyle Trask.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Harry, please.
Okay, so, all right. Now, we know about the color of the lipstick, the mani-pedis, painting the fingernails. But here's the best one. He's got an iPhone, and the case on his iPhone, guess what color it is, Mr. Williams?
Pink.
You damn right.
Oh, gotta love it.
That boy is fruity. Everybody else is gonna jog out there he gonna have on a motherfucking tutu and tight though.
Well,
Hell of a call, Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams, I don't know what to say. You've come out strong tonight. Yes,
I love Mr. Williams, man.
I do too. Yes.
Harry.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And I am glad that you're on here because you remember a couple of weeks ago. Now you told my guy Peter, I bet you anything that Tampa is gonna sign Devin White back. The hell with Devin White.
What do you think about that? Because Harry did say that he said.
No, I said it wouldn't surprise me if they would be smart to be able to re-sign him if it was on a cheap deal.
I think. Listen, I not only think the Bucs told you that he wasn't worth think about this. You went from making $11 million to not even making $4 million. It was supposed to be 7.5, but it's actually a $4 million contract. So let me get this straight. You went from wanting 18 to 20 to getting $4 million. Prove it.
But he went to a better team. Didn't you hear what Devin White said?
Oh, absolutely. The team that the Bucs, dusted in the playoffs. Playoffs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. No.
Has Caleb Williams, in your opinion, do you think he's partied with P. Diddy?
I hope not.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he did.
Yeah. This is my inside source right here. It's Mr. Williams.
He was with P. Diddy and Meek Mills and with T.D. Jakes. And with a little bit of Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z was there too. Okay.
Comment of the century coming up. You ready? I got to read it.
See it.
Tulio says, I heard the Bears will have alternate pink jerseys when they bring in Caleb.
Well, they do wear that for breast
awareness.
Breast care awareness.
I mean breast cancer awareness, not breast awareness.
No, but
goodness gracious.
Your quarterback gonna have on breasts. And he gonna have on pink eyelashes.
Oh God!
No, the big eyelashes. Don't forget the big ones.
Why don't we talk about that?
Well, I say he already know, and I'm looking at the time. I say, oh hell no, he ain't finna go nowhere. I say I gotta get him. Shit, I had to wait a whole damn 2 years for some chicken wings.
Mr. Williams, you ain't gonna have to. I have a friend. Okay, and you can look him up on Facebook. He's got a great show. He's got a podcast called Two Giant Goofballs. It's a New York Giants podcast. You might remember him. His name is Andrew Davis.
Love that guy.
Okay, and I know you love him, but I'll tell you what, that man, he already said he's going to handle my debts, Mr. Williams, and he wants to take you not only to get your wings, but he wants to bring you to the wing house.
He's going to bring you to the wing house, and then afterwards,
Mr. Andrew Davis, great guy, and Roger Shue and Andrew Davis.
Take you to go get your nails done,
and get your nails done.
That's right, a mani and petty for everybody.
That's where we stopped at. First of all,
that's where we stopped. That's right. That's where you stopped right there.
Do you like flappers or legs?
Even look at it. Look at this. Even Alexander said, "What the hell are you talking about right over? Look at this. Look at this. This dog is just walking around. He's like, what are you talking about right now, Daddy?
Bro? Seriously, I'm a flapper guy.
Okay. Well, I like the drums. Yeah. I like the drums. You like the drums?
But though, right.
Mr. Williams, are you a flappers man or are you a drums guy? I like the flappers.
But all right. Let's get back into football.
Yeah, let's talk about ball. Let's do it.
We need Tampa Bay. We do need a right tackle.
Right tackle. So you don't buy Luke Gedeke. I'm telling you right now, guys, it's not happening.
He need help.
Well,
we need help. He's right, but we need a center more, don't we, Mr. Williams?
I need, right. I need a guy to replace my other center that retired.
All right, we're going to do this now. We're going to open this up for Bucs fans on April 1st, April Fool's Day. What is the biggest need in your opinion? Is it center? Is it offensive line? Or is it edge rusher? Mr. Williams, you say it's offensive line over edge rusher. Right. Why?
Because Baker need time. Baker need time this season.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Baker need time.
Okay.
And I need somebody over on the side where I had Shaq Barrett was.
Well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Huh? You just wait. You just said Baker needs time, and then you need to. Okay. Baker, so which is it?
Baker needs time.
Okay.
We need to address both sides of the field.
Okay. Man. So what's the most important need right now? I make you just
the man just said that the offensive lineman, Pete.
Well, he also said there's nobody on the other on the side.
I'm going to be the defense attorney. You're leading the You're leading the questions to the.
He's saying multiple stuff.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I object. He's leading. He's leading questions.
Which Mr. Williams? Which one do you want? An offensive lineman, or you want a guy that's an edge rusher to replace Shaq Barrett?
Well, I need a edge rusher before I get a center.
Thank you very much. Let the truth set you free.
Hit the rewind button, because in the beginning, Mr. Lead-In Questions, he says we need an alignment.
But listen, hear me out. It's a lot of stuff that's going to be down there at 26 now. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of centers and edge rushers that's gonna fall down to 26 because I guess they got Ray Carew, little brother, go quarterback for the Chicago Bears in a pink dress. But anyway, Ray Carew.
Ray Carew, a murderer, man. What do you?
And a baseball player.
Yeah, but he also hid out.
That's wait. Ray Carew, Carolina Panthers, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He hung out with Ray Lewis.
Wow. But at least he ain't have no nail polish.
I don't think he had nail polish. No.
Are you sure?
I have no idea at this point. I have no idea.
Yeah, but
Mr. Williams, Mr.
Williams. So edge rusher is more important than offensive line, correct?
Yeah, man.
All right, one more for the good guy right there. There you go. Mr. Williams, appreciate the call. Anything else? What do you think of Devin White's comments? Because I know that you weren't necessarily.
Here comes a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Devin White, man. You got your first ring here. Before you get another one, mothballs gonna eat the one you got. We wish you well. Hey, Shaq Barrett, hope you do good in Miami, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Well, even Shaq said the Bucs are going to be sorry for
Shaq Barrett, the king of almost.
Well, I tell you what, Shaq Barrett was great.
I love Shaq Barrett. He almost got to the quarterback on every play.
And see, that's the difference between Shaq Barrett and Devin White, how they handled it.
But all right, do I like that Tampa let him go? Nah, I don't.
They had to.
Because, the young man went through a loss with his family, man. Mm-hmm. With his family, it was a lot weighing on him. And he wasn't the guy that he was after the injury of the season, and on top of that, he lost his loved one, and that hurts when you lose a child, because I lost a child. Okay?
Mm-hmm. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, I got
you. And I can sympathize with that, because I still haven't, swallowed the pill on me losing my child. But do I think that Tampa should have got rid of him? No, but hey, NFL means not for a long time. You are not here for a long time, man.
Yep, agree. All right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Williams, for the call. Appreciate you.
Another love, fellas, man.
Yes.
Y'all doing a good job.
Thank you.
Harry.
Yes, sir.
Kid, I'm coming to knock on your door, so you better tell your wife, guess who's coming for dinner, your black son.
All right, Mr. Williams, thanks a lot for the call. Let's go out to Eric using his second call. Eric, what do you have?
I got to go.
Yeah, you got to go. Well, hold on. Eric's on.
You don't have to go.
Oh, no, I really do have to go.
Okay, Eric, go ahead and
go ahead, Eric. We can listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I was interested about Powers. I've been looking at him from Oregon. Who would you prefer, him, Powers, or the guy from Florida State, the defensive end?
Jared Verse, easy. I mean, if
Jared
Verse,
Verse, but he won't fall down that far.
I don't see it happening. I don't listen.
Okay, he's going to fall down there.
If he falls down to a certain point, if you're the Bucs, do you get an opportunity to trade that third-round pick to trade up for him? Do you do it? I'm not sure if he gets.
It'll take more than a third-round pick.
Oh my gosh, I can hear you. I can hear you sleeping there, Harry.
Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. That's all right. So you would take. So you think the biggest need for this team right now is edge rusher over offensive line,
or the guy from UCLA, from the UCLA guy? I like him too.
Yes. He's. I believe his name is Latu.
Yeah, he's good too.
We'll see. We'll see where they go.
Latua is good too. Yes, he is.
Latua. All right.
Or do you think Powers would be there in round 2? We go edge in round 1.
Powers, a lot of upside.
A lot of upside. I think you could definitely go offensive line.
High motor.
A Barton from Duke.
Would he be there round 2? Would he be there round 2?
What now?
Would he be there round 2?
Who?
Powers.
No, I don't think so. I think he'll be gone in the first round. Yeah.
According to some mock drafts, they don't even have them in round 1.
Well, we'll see, but he's definitely the best center in this draft. And you know what? They may not draft a center. It goes back to that comment. When have you ever seen them draft a center in the first round? But is it a need if he's there?
Was Ryan Jensen there in round 1 with the Ravens?
No.
I think it was a third or fourth rounder.
Yeah,
wasn't it, Peter?
and that's exactly what Jason Light likes to do with his offensive lineman. That's
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Not at all. I just feel like edge at this point, and because they have addressed the other needs. Eric, thanks a lot for the call. Appreciate you. Harry, let me go ahead and get you out. Go ahead and promote yourself here on the
There's nothing to promote. Just welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. There you go. Exactly.
It's baseball season.
Yes.
The Tampa Bay Rays are falling apart. Are they or aren't they?
I
have no idea. You guys be the decision. But I did put a comment up there. It says, "Did the Bucs go O-line or edge rusher this year?" Fans, why don't you go ahead and entertain Peter and give him your opinions. Anyway, look, man, I'm Harry the Greek. Thanks for having me on, Peter. Shout out to TJ Reeves. I was only kidding when I said that, and Jason Powers, you guys are doing a phenomenal job out there. Love watching you guys. Great job covering it. And thanks for all the comments. Thanks to the callers. But I got to go because I got a 9 to 5 and I got to get some money in my pocket.
And I got a 9 to 5 too. So I'm going to definitely finish up here. But Harry, appreciate as always coming on. There you go, Harry the Greek. Let's go out to the comments and then we will end off for the night because it is getting late. Unless you do want to call the phone lines here and talk about your Tampa Bay Rays who fell tonight to the Texas Rangers 9-3. Your early thoughts. Again, 5 games in. It's not time to push the panic button, but the pitching performance the last couple games here, not great. Lightning lose tonight to the Red Wings 4-2, so not necessarily the best night for a Tampa Bay sports fan. And then, of course, we're talking Bucs football as we always do here. What's the biggest need in your opinion? Is it offensive line? Is it edge? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. And as you can see in the background, Alexander has joined us. Can you get on camera there, buddy? Let's see here. What are you doing? I can't see you right there. There you are. Look at that. Let's see if we can kill let's see that we can. All right, now get in here. Come on, let me see you. See, he's camera shy now. Look at this. What are you doing? Okay, there you go. There he is. Okay. All right, so we'll go back to the comments here, and then we'll end off for the show. A little bit of a later start than usual. We'll be back at the normal time on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock to talk with you about Tampa Bay sports as we always do, or anything that is going on in the world of sports when it comes to Caleb Williams and the draft, all that talk there. We'll definitely talk about it. All right, so let's see here. So good stuff there, Mike. I can't wait until the Philly crowd unloads if Devin White slacks off. Roger says Cubs win home opener. Harry, go Cubs, go. Sandra Nagel, my beautiful mother right there, future agent, watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web of Harry the Greek. Always good, amped up sports. Of course, I Love St. Pete. StreamYard is not allowing us to go to I Love St. Pete, so we had to share it tonight. So just on my platform there, like I said, YouTube, like and subscribe to the Sports Web, LinkedIn Live, like it there, and Instagram, P Blake 1003. We're alive there also, and also on TikTok. We're live there. Jamie says, hey, Peter, what's going on, buddy? Thanks a lot for tuning in.
Oh, yeah.
As my dog just reacted to that for some reason. I have no idea. So thank you, Mom. Appreciate that. In 30-degree weather. Yes, you know I'm right. Too bad. We are never going to see that at Roger's Shoe. Anthony Richardson, I always knew Roger went okay. Mike says, I'm glad he's finally gone. Joe Sue, mixing sports with politics. We addressed that before. Peter, you're the man who wrecked the buffet at the Hero Club this morning. Am I? I don't know. I don't think I wrecked the buffet there. We read that comment. Jeff Stassi here, big-time Bears fan. I'm indifferent. Bears will still suck because the fans still go and pay. Boycott, maybe they try harder to win. Recon Scout does not want to be drafted by the Bears. And I think that he's saying Williams doesn't want to be drafted by the Bears. Mr. Williams, good afternoon. It's good evening, but I appreciate it. Cubs won fairly recently. Yes, the World Series in 2016. Bucs need a cornerback or an offensive lineman. That's my question for the night if you're a Bucs fan, right? I mean, what's the biggest need in your opinion at 26? Is it offensive line or is it an edge rusher? 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391. I'm surprised that people would say, that cornerback is one of the biggest needs. Although maybe if somebody's on the board at that point, maybe they go in that direction. But you have Jamel Dean, okay? And you also have Zion McCollum, who, if you listen to Todd Bowles talk about it, he's very high on and most likely will get the opportunity to be the starting cornerback for this team this year. So we'll see. Speaking of drafts, the Rays should draft Jack Kellion from Florida. Bears take Romeo Odunzie. I think that's how you spell his name. It is KR. Evening, guys. Welcome back, Peter and Harry. Thanks a lot for the welcome.
Yeah.
Joe Sue, yes, let's talk about sports that are actually in season. We talk about all sports here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. I hope the Bucs get a pass rusher at 26. That's 3 now that say pass rusher. See, I'm not imagining these things. I definitely think pass rusher is more important at this point. Again, I get it. You have Yaya Diaby, you have Kalijah Cansey, but you can add to that. You lose Shaq Barrett, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. Hasn't been everything is advertised at that point. I think he's a rotational guy. I don't necessarily think he's a starter, and that's where you go. But you could also make the case of going with the left guard. You could also make the case of going with the center. They're not, and I repeat, not going with the right tackle. Josu, it's that football mentality. They overact after only 1% of the season. Mike says the Rays have been beat up starting pitching core. Absolutely, they have been. Zach Eflin had a bad inning the first game. I definitely think you're going to have more out of him. You got to have more out of him. You got to have more out of this pitching staff. Aaron Savali pitched well, I thought. And then yesterday, it wasn't so well at all. Alexander, the opener, Sean Armstrong, wasn't good. Wasn't good day. And then tonight, Ryan Pepio got beat up pretty good by the Rangers. But that's the Rangers. You have an opportunity here the next couple of nights to redeem yourself. That's baseball. Take 2 out of 3, right? 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Meatloaf. See, I do talk baseball on this show. I do talk a little hockey on this show. And I definitely talk Bucs on this show. 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391. Blame it on Sternberg. Agree. Josu, the Astros are 0-4. Should they end the season? Good point. Early in the season. Long season. Ray, RIP. Sternberg is a cheapo, and I don't trust him. This team isn't going to get in the playoffs. Hate to say it. I've been down this road before. I'm not going to go through it, but I'll just continue to repeat the same thing over and over again. This team is all about analytics and numbers, but the number that is astounding that people continue to avoid is that there has only been one team since 2003 that has spent less than 15th overall that's won a World Series. That is the Miami Marlins, at the time Florida Marlins. They were at 26. Other than that, 0. That's a number. Say whatever you want to. And the owner's saying, it's tough to swallow the $90 million, and I'm uncomfortable. And then in the same breath, they're saying, well, we want the taxpayers to fully commit to a new stadium, $2.4 billion. Just doesn't make any sense. That's the problem with being a Rays fan. You say whatever you want to about the Bucs, say whatever you want to about the Lightning, and we have on this show. We have. But they invest in their product, and the Rays don't. But they expect you as a fan to do it. And the sad thing is they're freaking talented. They make the playoffs. They win games. Could you imagine if they invested? Could you imagine if they spent just a little bit more, just a little bit more, over $90 million? Will we wake up one of these days in the new stadium where this team spends over $100 million? I just continue to say this. Like, what if throughout all the years, with all the talent, with all the divisions they won, with the playoff appearances, if they just went in and made that move at the trading deadline? You just made it. You just increased that payroll just a little bit. Could we be talking about multiple World Series championships? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, the blueprint is out there, right? I mean, it's with the Lightning. How many years have they won a Stanley Cup? How many Stanley Cups have they won? How many years has this organization went all in, signed their own players, went out there and made the necessary trades to be not only competitive, but a Stanley Cup finalist and a Stanley Cup champion? What about the Bucs? Say whatever you want to about the Bucs. When Brady was here, they went all in. They've shown, they've proven it. The blueprint is out there. The standard has been set. The economy is a mess. Sports, you have to have that hope. And you lose that hope every year with the Rays. I love the freaking Rays. I do. I grew up as a Rays fan. I actually grew up as a Cubs fan because there was no baseball down here. And you hoped and you prayed for a team to be wherever they wanted to be, whether it was St. Pete or Tampa, which at the time was St. Pete, whether it was the White Sox, whether it was the Giants, whether it was the Mariners, whether it was an expansion team when you get passed over from Miami and the Marlins. It was heartbreaking. And then you finally get that team and you're happy about it. And you're competing with the Yankees and you're competing with the Red Sox and you're competing with one of the best divisions in baseball in the AL East. And all you have to do is just spend a little bit more. And people go, well, it's not your money. Well, wait a minute. The taxpayers are being asked to invest. I'm being told that if I don't go to all these games a season, 81 home games a season, that I'm not much of a fan. Wait a minute. I mean, yeah, maybe it's a little bit personal. It is. Sports is personal. We make it personal here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on a Monday and Wednesday night or when there's breaking news. We do that. That's what we do. That's what being a sports fan is about. But this is a business tactic by Stu. This is always a business tactic by him. Well, if you come out and support, maybe I'll spend a little bit of money. Maybe, if I get to half of the naming rights, we'll go half-seas on it. I mean, how many years has this area been told that they're basically no good, that they're not a Major League Baseball area, that their fans are not good enough? That's not opinion. Look back at it. And the thing that gets dismissed about it is that the Rays are a damn good baseball team. They got great talent. I just want to see them do a little bit more. That's all. That's it. I'm not a bad fan for that. I don't think there's anybody out there that's a bad fan for that. Stop letting them go. Don't hold them accountable. Like you hold the Lightning accountable, like you hold the Bucs accountable, like you hold your professional team accountable. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So that's a great comment. It is.
Oh, yeah.
So much of this fan base right now hates ownership because of the comments. I mean, just think about it. If you had a steakhouse, and I always go back to this, and and good comment there, Josu. I don't say whatever you want to. I don't think the caller was drunk. He just has a different opinion than you. But say you owned a steakhouse. It was Peter's Well Done Steaks. I like my well done steak. People make fun of me, medium rare, this, that, and the other thing. I had a business and it was called Blake's Well Done Steaks. And all my customers said, you know what? I want to change it up. I don't want to eat your well-done steak. Do you think that I'm going to raise the prices? Do you think that I'm going to absolutely belittle those people that are coming to my steakhouse? No, I'm going to adjust. Why? Because my steakhouse would be done just like my steak. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Put it into context like that. Stop thinking emotional. This guy's not thinking emotional. He's thinking business. We need this. We need that. We need. Okay. You want your new stadium? Win a World Series. Go all in. Be like the Lightning. Be like the Bucs. Don't give me the excuse that you have a salary cap. Don't tell me it's tough to swallow because you go $90 million. Don't tell me it's uncomfortable because people don't want to hear that stuff. Now with people struggling to pay rent, buy gas, that's the reason why most people are staying home and not buying the tickets, because you rub them the wrong way. You got to cater to these fans. Going back to the steakhouse, you got to cater to them. You got to wine them and dine them a little bit. That's what you got to do. You know, just say, oh, yeah, I'm come out to the Rays because you're not a fan if you don't support the Rays. No, it's tough to be a Rays fan these days. It's tough. Anytime this team gets momentum, I mean, even before the season, what do you hear? Oh, well, this is tough to swallow, and I'm uncomfortable with $90 million. Really? You're a multi-friggin' millionaire, and you're uncomfortable with $90 million payroll? Are you friggin' serious? How much did the Dodgers spend? And don't give me the whole, well, they don't have the money. They got the money. Okay? You want to scare an owner? Ask them to open up their books. I guarantee you they'll squirm. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. You guys thought that I was not going to talk baseball tonight? Come on now. I talk baseball. Okay, so we went to that. He has no clue about baseball. Go back to football. Probably has too many concussions. Stop it. Come on. 10 AEW wrestlers released due to budget cuts. Uh-oh. All the money Tony Khan has, and there should be no cuts. Right. Josu, the first 2 weeks of the season shouldn't be judged. Just enjoy the season is back. Agree.
Oh, yeah.
But on this show, you can be critical. I'm just saying keep it in perspective. Right, Rays fans? We've seen bad starts before. We've also seen this team turn around. That's why it's so friggin' frustrating to talk about ownership, because it overshadows what they do every year on the field. I want to talk about the young guys. I want to talk about the young pitchers. Pitcher tonight, maybe not so much. Rough start for Ryan Pepiot. We'll see how he goes here the rest of the season. High expectations, of course, the player being traded for Tyler Glass now. Didn't work out tonight. Cubs will have a better record than White Sox and Rays. Okay. Eric, Josu, understand where you're coming from. When's the last time center taking round one? Ron, Bucks, Fanatic, McClary. I don't think Fields is starting over Wilson. I don't either. All the AEW releases were jobbers, and ring announcer Dasha Fuentes. Thank you for the update on that. Again, we will talk about Turnbuckle Talk on Wednesday nights with Mark Mancini. Maybe Ralph Williams will join us there. WrestleMania week in Philadelphia. Are you ready for it? I mean, The Rock with, of course, Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the tribal chief, a night one versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. And then night two, you would assume, because I think Cody and Seth are going to lose. You have The Rock there, and I don't want to, take it away. I just don't think they're going to be pinned. They're do everything they can, and the way The Rock has been a heel and just played, it's been amazing. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday night. Verse will be there at 26. We shall see. I don't know about that. I don't know if he gets out of the top 10. Have the White Sox scored yet? Nobody knows. Steelers OC Arthur Smith had something up his sleeve. You could see both Justin Fields and Russell Wilson on the field at the same time, possibly. But the problem is that Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator, who was the coach at the time, didn't want to draft Justin Fields. The story was they went with Pitts. The organization wanted to go with Justin Fields, which they should have. in the first place, but they didn't do that. After going with the greatness of Desmond Ridder and all the quarterbacks after that, you could add a quarterback that's local, you go with him, and instead you go with Pitts, who's been underused. Well, there's a situation where he could definitely perform better with Kirk Cousins as a quarterback there. I still have questions about an offensive line. And you're talking about, what, a 35, 36-year-old quarterback on a bad knee, putting him behind a questionable offensive line. And again, you know, all the people out there taking the Falcons to win NFC South, do it. Go for it. You did the same thing last year with the friggin' Saints when Derek Carr came to town. Go for it. The Bucs relish that opportunity to be the underdog. Damn, it feels good to be back. 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391. Leave Ohtani alone. Laugh out loud. Steelers need a center as well. Dave, put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. We talked about that tonight. I don't agree. I do understand the accomplishments as a player instead of a manager. I guess you can make that exception, but that's not what the Hall of Fame is about. It's about character on and off the field. And it's one of the biggest rules that you can't break on gambling on baseball. And he lied to baseball because we don't even know if he gambled on his own team as a manager. That's certainly a possibility. How many times did he lie about it? Didn't an NHL player get caught gambling recently? Free Ohtani. Well, Ohtani's not in jail, so I don't know why you're saying free him. Josu said sports isn't pure anymore, all about the Benjis. Roger says you're totally right, Harry. Ralph with the money bag there. Eric, hate rule changes too. I mean, we didn't, the hip tackle, which Todd Bowles talked about, that changed, but it doesn't affect them. I think it's going to affect a lot of NFL teams. I don't know what a tackle is anymore, right? So I'm not the guy to sit here and tell you I know everything about tackle football, but that's why you watch NFL football in the first place. That's why you watch college football in the first place, the physicality. I get it. Everybody likes scores. I get it. Everybody likes touchdowns. You know, it's like baseball. Chicks dig the long ball. Everybody likes that. You got a defense, right? You got to be able to stop somebody. What's the effect of that? You got the kickoff rule. That I like that because that puts more action and possibly having kickoffs instead of kicking the ball in the end zone and starting out the 25-yard line. So you have the change there, but I don't know about the hip, tackle. And Todd Bowles even talked about it. We don't teach it that way. It's not going to affect us, but you feel like there will be some effect eventually. There will be. It affects the physicality of the game. And I don't know what the NFL is trying to do besides an overreaction. You had a couple injuries last year. You're trying to have the safety of the league. I talked to my guy, Leo Haggerty, who we'll have on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. And you know what he said and what I thought of? Players are going to start going for the knees. That's how it's going to happen. They're going to start doing that. So hate the rule changes right there. NFL about flag football soon. Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. Joe Sue. People say the NFL is rigged because of the betting and gambling. Eric says hate tackle rule, kicking rule. Joe Sue, and you will still watch, so don't complain. It's true. Joe Sue is absolutely correct on that.
Oh, yeah.
We will sit here and complain about the rule changes, but when it comes to August, hell, when it comes to April for the draft here in a couple weeks, we will be watching with bated breath. We will. We'll be watching the mini camp and the training camp, and hopefully we get a chance to go out there and cover that for the Sports Web. Who knows? Maybe the JP Peterson show, which, by the way, tune into that on Wednesday morning as I'll be hosting that show, trying not to ruin it. Absolutely. And then, of course, on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. But we'll be talking about all that stuff, mini camp, training camp, preseason football, breaking it down. Yeah, we'll talk about the rules and this and that, and the physicality has been taken out of the game. But at the end of the day, the NFL knows they got us all. They do. That's why it is America's sport. That's why everybody's watching it. That's why it's all on these streaming platforms. Peacock and Amazon Prime. Amazing. Josu, that's not worth watching. Refs shouldn't had something to do about it. Pete Rose has been punished long enough. Put the man in before he passes away. He was one of the most iconic players. He was one of the most iconic players in baseball history. No denying that. But again, the gambling aspect of it, more than likely, they will put him in when he is passed away. That's how it goes. Baseball. Refs call shots. Who wins games? So who is the all-time home run leader? Hank Aaron. We talked about that. Why do you do events centered about football? Is it just easier that way? I mean, we talk about everything tonight here, Josu. I don't know what you're talking about. Then play the games without officials then. It's not going to happen. My pick is the Final Four. North Carolina State. Have heard LeBron James. Nobody talks. Tulio. The Rock has been doing a great job of bringing that Attitude Era annex before WrestleMania. Cursing. You don't F with the final boss. Tulio, definitely tune in. Wednesday night, Turnbuckle Talk, 10:20, 10:30. We'll definitely talk more about it. Shoot, we can always talk about it here on The Evolution. Have you seen Sosa lately? Yikes, yeah. Eric says yes. Mike D. Roche, Harry Connor Bedard, Rookie of the Year, Calder Trophy for you Americans in the chat. Thank you very much for the hockey talk. Appreciate it. Juan Guzman, yes, thank you. This is why sports is what it is. Betting on everything. It's also the money aspect of it. There's so much money. They've gotten into bed with each other. I mean, there's money in it. So again, and you will sit here and, we'll be upset about betting, and we'll talk about betting, and we'll talk about lines and stuff like that. So, we're not doing any better ourselves. Eagles fans beat up Santa enough. Yes, classless. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Products with purpose. Girl Mallory right there. Thank you very much for that comment. 2 giant goop balls. This is some Williams on Williams action. Read that comment again. It was a colorful chapstick. All right. Tulio says, I get the feeling the Bucs could deal Godwin to move up in the draft if they have their sights on an early pick in the first. So let's say you do that. And Kanaz, I see you tuning in there. Thanks a lot for tuning in, my friend. A big-time Bears fan. I want to know what you thought about Caleb Williams, Justin Fields. We talk Bears. We talk around the NFL draft, whatever else. Going back to it, I mean, that's a report, right? I don't know if they're going to get rid of Godwin, but that, to me, would signal that you're going to draft a wide receiver. Like, you can't draft an offensive lineman. You can't draft an edge rusher because you're getting rid of your second wide receiver in Chris Godwin. And we've already talked about Keon Coleman. Like, is there a possibility he certainly slips because of that 40 time? Like, he's highly athletic, versatile, can run routes, catch consistently, came on the scene for Florida State. If he starts to slip, do you take that 3rd round pick and trade up? Do you make a trade you trade Godwin away and acquire more capital so you can address multiple needs because of that cap? The Bucs have done a good job of keeping everything under the cap, having the $20 million wide receivers, which I kind of talked about a couple of weeks ago with the Chargers, not able to do that. Trading one, cutting the other. Mike Williams ends up with the Jets. The Bucs have been good about that. If they move on from Godwin, where's the value? Do you pick up another pick? Is that where you trade up? Does wide receiver become your biggest need? In my opinion, it does. I love Trey Palmer, but he's not a number 2 wide receiver in this league. Hate to tell you, he's not. So if the rumor is out there that Chris Godwin is on the trade block and you get a 2nd or 3rd round pick, wide receiver becomes automatically your number 1 need, in my opinion. What do you say? 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. On a late edition of the Sports Web, which started at 10 o'clock, and we still got, lots of people watching, 29 total people watching across the platforms here. Let's check TikTok. All right, TikTok and then also Instagram. Thank you very much for tuning in right there. Harry will get him a pink, too, if the Bears win a Super Bowl with this kid. Pink phone also, he will get that. I think everybody would probably. Hey, has Caleb ever gone to a P. Diddy party? Thank you, Dave. That was a good comment.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes. Mr. Williams called the night. Yes. Tulio. Mr. Williams went off tonight. He went off tonight. I've never heard Mr. Williams go off so much. That was great. Heard the Bears will have alternate pink jerseys. Yeah, we read that. Good comment. Devin White went to the Eagles, get payback. Maybe Caleb. All right, so I'm not going there. No need to increase awareness. We are aware. Never know. Roger says Caleb Williams has recently hung out with Diddy. Stop it, Roger. Stop spreading rumors like that. Never said it was Peter. You were confused. Joe Sue, Just don't go to the one near Raymond James Stadium. What is that all about? Harry quit being a Malacca. Jackson Powers Johnson, greatest center in the draft and best porn star last name in the draft. Oh, very good, Chu Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
I want verse from Florida State. I do too. I just don't think he makes it out of that top 10. I'll be surprised. Atlanta comes to mind. The Bears come to mind at 9. Two Giant. That wasn't nail polish. It was blood. If Powers is there at 26, you take him. But if not, you draft an edge rusher. Powers could complete the O-line. So, Dave, in your opinion, what is the biggest need? Is it offensive line or is it edge rusher? The sports web. So, do the Bucs go O-line or edge rusher this year? That was Harry writing that. Dan Peter is straight up kidnapping Harry. Peter's used to people yawning around him. Stop it. Don't be saying that.
This guy sucks.
Cooper BB would be a good second-round pickup at guard. Absolutely. Move Yaya to edge. Okay. Like the pick. KJ Britt definitely will get the opportunity, as Todd Bowles had some things to say about Britt and Devin White. Just paraphrasing here. White may be fast. But what Britt doesn't have in speed, he makes up for in instincts, in being in the right place at the right time and not over pursuing somebody like White did multiple times. That's the reason why this defense improved. Say whatever you want to. You do a good job, Pete. Thanks. Absolutely, Josu. Thank you very much. Hey, sorry I'm late. I'm going to have to watch the replay. Christopher Cole, you tuned in. Better than not tuning in at all. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Wayne. Tampa loves being the underdog. They do. The Bucs love being the underdog. The Lightning love being the underdog. Hell, the Rays, the whole story of the season, almost every friggin' season, is being the underdog. We spent less than everybody else. Pete, go to bed. I will in a moment. And y'all was talking about Winghouse, so the one near Ray J got shut down. Yes, it did. Yes, it did get shut down. You know what didn't get shut down? The evolution of sports talk television. Guys, it's so good to be back. I promise you we'll be back on Wednesday night. Everything is paid. But if you like the content on this platform, on these platforms, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me at Peter H. Blake. Give to Facebook Stars, give to YouTube Super Chats, and do 3 things for me here on the evolution of sports talk television. You know them, you love them, you got to have them. So here they are. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, especially you guys, by the way, freaking 200,000 reach the last 30 days. Absolutely friggin' amazing. I love you guys. It means a lot. We'll see you next time on the evolution of sports talk television. Have a good night and be safe. And guys, don't lose your mind. It's the start of baseball season. Enjoy it. We'll see you on Wednesday night on the evolution of sports talk television.